Finally back at home. How does this one feel?
I forgot what it feels like to play here. We got done, and the players reminded me that we had the Warham to go do, and I got excited. So I'm really happy with the way we played, actually. And the score was obviously the score, but I thought especially those first two sets, we played really clean volleyball throughout. So I'll go back and watch a video of that, and I think I'll be pretty pleased.
What were the things that stood out to you most? Obviously, came out firing early and often and kind of dispersing the ball everywhere. What did you see early?
I think the biggest thing we talked about was just a sense of urgency to make good contacts. And I think the thing that stood out in those first two sets especially were just, I don't know, the ability to take an easy ball and put it right where we want to. And I think that caused the ability to transition offense. It's really one of the things we've been working on the most over the last week of just amount of care we have on those touches. So I thought that paid off, and I was really happy to see what we're doing.
And then we saw basically everybody there, I think. So how was it to see everybody get their first debut in Reed Arena?
That's awesome. And we've talked a lot, especially to, I don't know, some of the people who are freshmen that haven't been here, just how special this place is. So to get pretty much everybody in that moment, I thought was really amazing.
Awesome. I'll open it up.
After losing the past two matches, what was the importance of coming out today, getting a good dominant win?
I think win or no, it was the way we played, and I think that's the thing. It was, again, the response to, and I thought we played well in the TCU match for stretches of it. And I thought we made some really good changes on that morning and leading into that game. And we just talked over this week, this just needs to be a continuation of that. And I think this match was just that. So the dominating win wasn't necessarily it was how we did it that I'm proud of.
You got ahead in each set, just particularly in the third set. You know, when they kind of had a decent bit of a start, what'd you like from the response that you had from your girls in that one in particular?
Yeah, I think what I liked is, like I said, the first two sets I thought were really good, and then we've just talked about just a sense of urgency throughout. And I thought in that third, actually, the first time out I took, it wasn't necessarily a worry about the run they were going on. It was just I sensed that same feeling at about 5-5, and I had told them like I wish in the fourth set at TCU I sensed that same thing. And I think the thing I'm happy about is we talked about it, and then the next 5 points we were snapped back into who we needed to be, and that's what matters.
What did you feel like the week off did for you guys just as a team?
I think rest. We talked about rest, refresh, reset, and I think, and again, I don't think anybody fully knows like 4 matches in 4 places over 7 days is really, really hard. And I know they were in the same state. We weren't picking up and getting on an airplane, but we were getting on a bus and going to a different gym every single day and getting used to a new environment and a threatening environment where it's not, I don't know, something where it's a neutral site. It's 4 true road games. And I think everyone kind of needed that chance to, again, rest, reset, refresh. And I thought we did a good job of that.
Is there a particular example that you could see the refreshing nature of your team? Like, I'm just curious.
I think the first day of practice when we came back, there was, I don't know, a level of excitement of, all right, we get to do this thing again. Whereas when it's the same thing that you're doing every single day, it's like, oh my goodness. And I think when you get to step away for a couple of days, you're like, oh, like I do love being in this practice gym. And I think there was that semblance. And then I just think, again, our ability to kind of refine within this of, especially that transition game, the amount of detail and care that we can have for each touch that goes into that. I thought that showed today too.
Emily continues to just produce at a really high rate for you guys. Just what have you seen from her in her game that's allowed her to have so much success early this season?
Yeah, I think the ability to manage different situations and recognize different situations. And it's one of the things we've been working on the most. And I think it's really resonated, and she's really made some changes. And offensively, the ability to realize the spot where she should let it rip and realize the spot where maybe I should make a smart choice here and get them out of system by getting into their setter or shoving it short or something along those lines. So I think that's resonated. We've been watching some video, and you're seeing it with the statistics, but just what you're seeing on the floor also.
I had the chance to kind of hear her story earlier. Just, you know, when you guys first got her out of the portal, how'd y'all come across her, and just, you know, kind of the reasons maybe y'all wanted her to be an addition to your program?
Yeah, we'd played against them that year, and just some of the tangibles that I look for, like she has a really heavy arm. She's a good all-around volleyball player. There's some analytic stuff that kind of pointed her out, but just when I got on the phone, just her level of human being and who she is, and her ability to tell her story and where things, I don't know, were a struggle and where things were amazing and what she could add to our team. And I think within 20 minutes, I had a note under my door that said, offer her, from my assistant coaches, because they'd overheard some of the conversation. And I'm happy we did, and I'm happy she said yes.
Yeah, she touched on some of the challenges and the struggles that she faced throughout her journey. Just How have you seen her overcome that and, become a key contributor for your team?
Yeah, I think one of the things that we really pride ourselves in this program is helping our athletes become the truest version of themselves. And I think it was some self-discovery on that of who she wanted to be and how we could help her get there. And then to her credit, I think she worked on herself within that. When we gave her the tools, she came in and she really figured out who she wanted to be and got grounded in her faith. And learned how to play volleyball at a level where she enjoys the game. And I think all of the things combined have kind of turned her into, again, the volleyball product that you see on the floor, but the human being that she is today and how sure she is of herself.
Obviously, 2 more matches to go this weekend. Just what's the key to having a successful weekend 3 straight days in a row?
I think I'm going to go on this one. We've talked a lot about this week weekend is a lot about us and what we're doing on our side of the court. So again, the things that we identified that we need to get better at, the things that I'm fired up about in those first 2 sets, we need to keep doing. That's the number one thing. And then I think the other hard piece, and I'll give credit to my staff on this one, is just you got to turn around and scout another team really, really quickly. So I'll probably send out video in this. We teach in some different ways of the kind of here's the attackers for the next one, but we get to go celebrate this. I'll go talk to them, and then it's all right. It's on in New Hampshire. We only have a 24-hour turnaround, and then you get like a 16-hour turnaround to that next match, so it's even shorter. So I think it's the ability to kind of do this time in and time out, and then play the quality of volleyball that we just played.
And despite Emily, Coach, who else stood out to you today, and what impressed you most about?
Yeah, I'm going to go with a position that doesn't get a lot of credit very often. I thought Addie Applegate played a really good volleyball match. I thought she was nails on serve receive. I thought she played good defense. She served good. And in terms of, the ability to make those quality touches, like we said, that was the most important thing. I'll give some credit there. I thought she played a really good match.
Everyone good?
Sweet. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.